In this episode, the painting comes to completion, the heat pump compressor gets installed, a major appliance goes in, and numerous other items are addressed. Hi, I'm Dave Atkinson, and welcome to Life on the Straight. This 28th installment in the Epic Remodel series covers the 2-week period of September 6th through the 19th of 2020. Let's begin. Monday was a holiday, so on Tuesday the crew patched up the ceiling drywall out in the garage where the old center-mounted opener had been installed. Inside the house, the painting crew continued with taping off the trim and protecting the floor and other areas. This was a labor-intensive step, as you can see by some of the photos, and it took time to prep everything for the upcoming paint application. Frank decided that the sunroom's upcoming heat pump piping and tubing downstairs should be protected, so he cut several pieces of plywood and staged them in the basement. Outside, Pioneer Propane dropped off the leased tank and connected it to the house. Also outside, the crew finished removing all of the lumber and forms from below the fir trees. By the end of Wednesday, the interior painting was all but complete, with only some of the protective plastic and paper in the sunroom awaiting removal. While the painters were busy upstairs, Frank was working downstairs installing the plywood protection around the heat pump piping. If we ever decide to finish the basement in the future, this will be one less thing to have to worry about. Thursday saw the placement of the primary heat pump compressor. It still needed to be electrically connected. Also on Thursday, the painters put a second coat of paint on the exterior of the sunroom, and they also painted the new gutters coming off the sunroom with a two-tone scheme to better blend in. The crew brought up all of the interior doors from the basement and reinstalled them. When the propane pipe to the house was first installed, it wasn't done right. It angled up from the ground to the house entry, and the regulator was also crooked. They had to come back to do it right, and then it was painted to match the siding of the house. Also painted were the exterior entry door trim, the door and trim that leads to the laundry room crawl space, the stairwall caps in the garage, and the garage ceiling area that had been patched. We thought it was appropriate to paint the little access door the same sage green color as the entry door. In the basement, the range ventilation duct was connected to the below deck vent. Frank installed the toilet paper holder and shower curtain rod in the guest bathroom. Out in the sunroom, the back plate for the upcoming ductless heat pump unit was installed. On Friday, the mudroom bench was completed. Transition strips were also installed to soften the small ledge between the hardwood flooring and the sliding door thresholds. Even with that, negotiating a wheelchair through the sliders only amounted to a little bump, nothing like what it used to be. Frank continued finishing out the bathrooms, with the grab bars, towel racks, towel rings, and medicine cabinets all going in. The following Monday, Frank sealed the inside of the attic access door to prevent insulation from falling out whenever the door was removed. He also reinstalled the stair handrails leading to the basement. Now, I don't have any photos of the work done on Tuesday, but I suspect that the electrician was involved because by the end of Wednesday, quite a bit of electrical work had been completed. That included installation of exterior outlets, connection of the heat pump compressor, bringing out the coax cable for future reconnection to our cable provider, connecting the motion-activated garage light that came with a garage door opener, activation of the exterior lights, and the installation of the doorbell. Frank wrapped up the garage stair handrail project, which was nothing short than a work of art. It adheres to code and is robustly supported for my use if I need to hop up the stairs. Actually, I can negotiate those stairs without having to use the handrails, but it's nice to know that they're there and that they're sturdy should I need them. On Thursday, the fridge and freezer were brought in from the barn. We would use the new wheelchair lift to get them up to the main level, which really helped. The crew also constructed a wooden table to stage the wall ovens on so they could be slid in once electrically connected. The fridge, freezer, and trim kit were installed on Friday. The electrician also installed the master and guest bedroom ceiling fans, the Google Nest smoke alarms, the master and guest bath light fixtures, the new LCD track light fixtures, and the control unit for the master bath heated floors. That wraps up 2 more weeks of progress for our epic remodel project. Tune in next time as Perry Construction's part wraps up with a final inspection on September 22nd and with us moving back in on October 11th. And if you think that ends this epic remodel series, think again. There is much more to come. Thank you for watching Life on the Straight. And if you'd like to follow the story as it unfolds, please consider subscribing, which is free.